Hey guys, it's Lori. I'm going to answer a couple of questions I had today and give you guys an hCG update while I'm at it. And I also want to remind you to make sure and tune in at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time to Vicky Marie Living Life's channel and watch her live stream today because I'm going to be her guest. So, yay. And if you miss it, check out the replay because I'm pretty sure she's going to post it at some point. Let's go ahead and get on with the questions that I had. But first, I'm going to tell you guys that I did weigh. I did my weigh-in. And I was a little bit like, holy crap, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This can't be right. But it was right as far as I know. First of all, Craig, Grey Wolf Fitness, you were right. You were just about spot on. I am down 7.4 pounds. So, yeah, you were exactly right. Like, you said 7 pounds. So, there you go. I don't feel good about putting my weigh in, like, as far as the actual weight up for you guys. But I will. I'll do it at the end of the video. So, it'll be at the very end. Anyway, okay, so I had a couple of questions that I'm going to answer real quick from Nicole Hart. Thank you, Nicole, for the questions. And I'm just going to go ahead and look at my paper because I did write them down. And for the second question, I wrote down the answers. But anyway, one of the questions that she asked was, do you, when not fasting, still have cream in your coffee? My answer is, I always have cream in my coffee. Are you supposed to? Probably not. Technically, no. But, well, it's actually half and half. I do half and half rather than especially like if I'm on P2 or if I'm fasting. P2, when I say that, that's phase 2 of the hCG diet with the low calorie phase. And anyway, if I'm on P2 or if I'm fasting, I'll just do half and half and probably a little bit less than I would normally use. But yeah, I do. When I'm fasting, I would generally just do like 1 cup of coffee in the mornings. I might do a second cup, but usually if I fast, I don't do it on the weekends, so I don't really worry about it too much on the weekends. But through the week, it's fairly easy for me just to do 1 cup of coffee, get ready for work, and head out. And then I'll drink my double tap. So anyway, yeah, I do. That was the short answer. I could have just said yes and been done with it, but I also use MCT oil in my coffee. So I feel like the MCT oil kind of cancels out the calories in the cream. That's my own logic there. So you take that for what it's worth. And anyway, okay. Her next question was, do you have a list of hCG 2.0 foods and what calorie goal do you follow? Okay, I do the hCG 2.0 protocol, and there is a book on that, and it's a really good read if you're interested in the protocol. And I do have a link for that down in the description box. There's a link for the Kindle version as well as the paperback version. So it's definitely worth it. That being said, I do have my own list, my own personal list of foods. I didn't really have it written down, but I did write it down. I'm going to go ahead and look at my list so I don't forget anything. So on the 2.0 protocol, I get, and this will be different for each person. You have to figure out for yourself how many calories you are allowed to have. And there is a chart in the book that tells you how to figure that out. I'm not even going to begin to try and figure it out because I couldn't even figure it out for myself. I had to have my friend do it. My friend Connie did it for me. And then another time when I just wanted to kind of recheck it, this was like, I don't know, a long time later, I had Brendan figure it out for me and he figured it out too. And it was pretty close to the same thing that she came up with. So it didn't change too much. So anyways, I get 530 calories a day in protein alone. For the carbs, I get up to 30 carbs of vegetables. So you can eat a lot of vegetables for that. I generally do OMAD or 1 meal a day on phase 2. So, and I do that because I'm truly not that hungry on phase 2 anyway. So I just fast through the day and then I do my meal at night and I'm done. And that works for me. So I do 3.5 to 4 ounce portions of protein per serving. If I do get a little hungry, I might eat a portion of protein throughout the day. I'm not a strict fasting kind of person. I just kind of naturally do it. So I go with it. But if I do get hungry, I do eat. And I'll usually just eat a protein. If I eat my protein in the daytime and then I go ahead and eat my meal at night and I have my second protein, if I'm still hungry later, I will eat more protein. I never let myself be hungry on phase 2. I'll eat more protocol food if I'm hungry. So, and that's just me. I don't care if it makes me gain. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be hungry. I'm not going to make myself miserable. There's no reason for that. So, that being said, my own personal food list is very simple foods, but it's actually longer than I thought it was, but maybe not really. Okay, so the main stuff that I eat steakums a lot with just some chopped up peppers and onions with it. It's really good. Steakums, the ingredients is beef. That's it. So, yep. Steakums with chopped up peppers and onions is one of my favorite things on P2. I also do a lot of burger patties, and when I portion out my burgers, I always put them into patties and put them in the freezer that way. Then it's easier if you want to have a patty, you can just pull it out, defrost it, and there's your patty already made. Or you can chop it up and use it as ground beef, taco beef, whatever. And I do a lot of that. I do a lot of taco meat, ground beef, and taco salads. Or I can use the ground beef for chili. I can use it for beef and cabbage, it's kind of like the crack slaw that you can make, like that. But I don't like soy sauce, so I don't usually make it like that. But I just do beef and cabbage. And then unstuffed peppers. I just made unstuffed peppers. Was it yesterday's video or the day before? I don't remember which, but the unstuffed peppers, that was fantastic. I also eat London broil. That's really good. And I like to cook that in the crock pot, or I'll put it in a cooking bag and cook it in the oven, but I really like it really super tender where it just falls apart. Or you can also use the canned beef. As long as the ingredients is just beef and salt, it's good. It's great. Actually, I made that today and I haven't had it yet, but I did taste it and it's really good. So you can make beef and broccoli with it, or you can make beef and cabbage, like a stir fry, or you can just eat it as is, just a serving of it as is with a side vegetable. Eggs is another thing I eat, and I do 2 whole eggs. That's what I eat. The original protocol states that you would have 1 whole egg and 3 egg whites. I just do 2 whole eggs. So I can eat them fried, or I eat them boiled, or I eat them scrambled with green beans mixed in with them. That's the way I eat them. And less often, I might make pork chops, like pork loin chops that are really lean. And turkey breast is another thing we have sometimes. Chicken breast, obviously chicken breast, that's always a thing. We used to make taco chicken, make it in the crock pot, and throw in some taco seasoning that you make yourself so it doesn't have all the crap in it, and a can or 2 of Rotel, depending on how much chicken you have in there. And you just let it cook all day, and it just falls apart. You just shred it up, and it's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. It really is. But we kind of made ourselves sick of it, so we don't really eat that. We'll eat that on phase 3, and then that way you can put some cheese on it, and then after phase 3 is over, you can still use it and put cheese on it, put some black beans in it, put it in a wrap, like a low carb wrap or something. But anyways, move on. So another thing that I do with the chicken breast, I'll cook up a bunch of it. John likes to have that cooked up and ready just to grab real quick, but I'm sick of chicken breasts, but I can still eat it cut up on a salad. So that's really the only way I'll eat it. A lean steak once in a while. Round steak is usually what I go for just because it's super lean and it's cheaper. Beef jerky in a pinch. I will eat beef jerky in a pinch. And cottage cheese. The lowest fat cottage cheese you can find. That's another protein. So that's another protein that we rarely eat that anymore because this is just honestly not very satisfying at all. But it's okay if it's just it's in the evening, you've already had your 2 meals and you just need a little something to have a little serving of cottage cheese, and it usually hits the spot. Other than that, as a meal, it's not satisfying at all. The veggie list, I don't really have much on my veggie list. So I have a lot on my veggie list. I don't have much that I don't eat on my veggie list. I eat just about any vegetable. And yes, I do mix vegetables. And I don't eat corn, I don't eat peas. But I do eat carrots on 2.0. So anyway, I hope that is actually kind of like the answer you were looking for. Otherwise, I just gave you a long-winded answer for nothing. So, okay, that's everything. And I guess I'll put my weight up for you guys, even though I really don't want to. And from here on out, I'll go ahead and report in with my weight. Make sure you tune in to see the live stream with Vicky on Vicky Marie's channel later today at noon Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later if you go to Vicky's channel at noon, or I'll see you tomorrow.